Hello, we're starting. Welcome back to GT&H. Gregtech New Horizon. I don't know why I'm sounding like this. I don't know. I just had the itch to play some GT&H, but let's get started. I did a couple of things off camera. I mean, not really. It was just making sure that my machines didn't shut down, which is kind of the usual thing that I do. Are you not working? You have been filled up with E. coli. I did switch this back to E. coli. Now we have 64 million of it. And we're going to be using that to craft some stuff. I also tried to get going, like make more progress on this Xenoxene stuff, but it's a little tricky because there's a lot of gambling involved. And it's not something I really expected. For example, my main mission right now is to get this stuff, right? I need to get a lot of these plasmid sample flasks. So this is where some of the gambling has to happen. Right, I need to give this plasmid sample flasks and the enzyme solution, liquid DNA, and there's only a 7.5% chance, and then a 7.5% chance to get this. So it's a little tricky. But in order for me to actually get this flask, I need these data orbs. This one I think is a 100% chance. I haven't done this yet, but this is what I've been working on, is the Barnardophis arboreatoris. This is a 7.5% chance. And I need this sample flask, which is also a 7.5% chance, which needs this petri dish, which is a 75% chance. So it's very chance heavy for sure. So I think I might do things to further automate it, I guess. There's very little room in here, right? But this one is going to be the fluid. So I'd take a super tank. For example, I'm gonna want a bunch of these petri dishes. This is very simple. It's just Barnardophis, whatever, this fluid, and some water and sterilized petri dish. So I'm gonna have a chest. No, this is what I'll do actually. We're gonna get a super tank of this right there. And I'm going to pick up Barnardophis. I did get a good amount of it yesterday. We got 5 million of it. That should be a lot. I don't know if it's going to be enough, but it's not that tough to get. It's just sugar and water with this petri dish, so that's not too bad. So let's get a chest. Yeah, let's get just a random chest. I already have a chest with me right here. Just put all this stuff right there. And then another thing for the inputs, and is a drawer, a 2x2 drawer. Maybe it's probably what I want to do. Let's do that. Put it right there. So what I'm thinking is we have a conduit. This is going to be for the output. So we're going to extract, always active on brown, and insert here on brown, like that. And then this guy is going to extract on green and insert here on brown. It's just a little bit of a automation here. So I'm going to try and make a ton of these petri dishes, and I need to supply this with sterilized petri dishes and water cells. So let's do that. I think I made 1,000. I mean, I made a bunch of it. So I would put all of that, I guess, here. And the other thing is to actually make sure it automates. And I don't know if it would. It might be where the robot arm comes into play, because, okay, it works like that. All right. That's pretty much it. So now I just need to stock this up with petri dishes. Let's make 1,000 of you. And water cells. And then I finally did something that you would not believe. I made an LUV fluid canner. For the longest time, we had this guy, the LV one. I no longer need it. I no longer need that either. or basically any of this. Yeah, I don't. I still use this stuff for... I don't use this, actually. I might as well take some time to clear out this stuff while I'm not using it. So I don't need that anymore. Old electrolyzer. What about you? I still use this for the saw blade, but I might not do this anymore because I'm going to be setting up a tree farm, which is probably what I'll be doing while waiting for this stuff, is just getting a tree farm going. But we'll see how long it takes to get that much petri dishes. And something I should really be checking on now at the start of each episode is how our fluids are doing, our fuel. Okay, that's good. We had like half of this of atomic separation. We need this to boost our power. So that's been filled. This is running a little low. I'm not sure if we can even craft it. I think we're missing something. Fluoroantimonic acid. Okay, so I also have to deal with this. And I think it's because of our lack of fluorine. Because one of the recipes here is, if I check down this list, I think it's this stuff. Yeah, this needs fluorine. And we don't have any fluorine being produced. Let me check if I have like a machine that's not working, because I thought I was getting all of my fluorine back. Uh-oh. That might be why we ran out of fluorine, because it ate all of the fluorospar. Uh-oh. That's fine. I might set up like a fluid pump for that, for the fluorine. Where's a good place to get this? I mean, we are getting hydrofluoric acid, right? I can't remember if we're getting this through a pump. I know we get this from a pump. I mean, let me double check. Let's go to make. What? Really? I could have sworn I had something at make. Oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't set up the warp. Oh no. Because I know I'm getting hydrofluoric acid from somewhere. We can get fluorine from Pluto. I know I have a warp at Pluto. Where else can I get this? So one thing we can do is just have a pump mining for this and then electrolyzing this for fluorine if we need fluorine. Or the other option is just to pump both. I would love to get work on the space pumping module, but this is a little pricey for us. We're not quite there yet. But maybe this is what I want to do, make another fluid drilling rig. Because we are going to need the power. It looks like we can craft it. UU matter is kind of just something we do like manually. Yeah, I can do that. Tell you what, I'm going to craft another one of these overnight because we do have enough power to last us for a while. So I'm okay with that. Like, we don't really drain the Naquadah fuel that often. So I'll just leave it like that. Okay. Let's go check on you. I would love to get this bacteria stuff going. Yeah, it's a lot. So another bulk item we're gonna need, I guess going back to how we do this little setup, is once we get the petri dish with this stuff, the purple petri dish is what I'll call it, tongue twister. We have to feed it with detergent, DNA sample flasks, and ethanol. And I have it bookmarked over here. So we have detergent. I don't know if I can craft 1,000 of it. Yes, I can. And then ethanol. And then we also need DNA sample flasks. We got plenty of you. I'm curious, how much more expensive is the next tier of biolab? This would help us out. It's not bad at all. We're crafting it. Absolutely, I need to do this. This would be so much better. We're crafting it. We're crafting it. Twice as fast. I mean, technically I can craft the next tier one, but it's just a lot of power. Bedrockium frame box. That kind of looks funny. Does not look like a frame box. I like that the chemical name for this is silicon oxide, or I think it's silicon oxide. I think it is. But then you have 26,244 of it. It's funny. That's pretty funny, actually. Oh, these two finished. That's what I was looking for also. Put you guys over here. Put you guys down here, actually. Thank you. All right, so we have a whole bunch of goodies. I'm going to wait for this to craft until we get to the next step. It should be not too long, actually. Not too long at all. But I am excited for this Xenoxene stuff. And I'm still pretty good that we have osmium dust, because it seems like we're going to be using a lot of it for this Xenoxene. But the good thing is that it makes a big batch at once, 20,000 per craft. Oil, I think we're getting oil from bees. Yeah, we're getting oil from bees, so I'm okay with that. Antimony trioxide. Super simple chemical reactor recipe that we can actually passive. Am I getting this? I might be getting this passively, actually, by accident. Oh, yeah. I think I'm just going to craft it all into... How long is that going to take? I can do this. But I'm going to be setting up a chemical reactor for this. That didn't take too long at all. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all of our fluorspar got eaten by that that electrolyzer having maintenance issues. Because that happens whenever there's maintenance issues. You get, you know, the machines not doing good, and then they eat they eat the items because they can't support the power, and then you lose all of this. And then I have a machine controller on that, which tries to do the recipe once a minute. So I think I just lost all of it, but it's fine. Fluorine is not a big deal. We can just pump it. And I will be doing that later. And let me bookmark it before I forget. I want to craft this. And we can probably craft it. It's just a little... It's an overnight craft. We're not going to wait for this. Anything involving like past UHV parts and components is going to take a while. Because that's what we need to work on. So I got the biolab being crafted. Let's see if I can just start working on the next step. So I'll do that. How much? We're almost done. I'll let you finish up. How about that? How many purple petri dishes do I have here? I got plenty. Sweet. And whenever I consume these, I just have to make sure that there's like 4 left in storage. Because I actually use this for making that weird fluid. So I can't consume all of it. We can probably do the math to figure out how much we're expected to consume before I get 4 of these. I want 4 of these because we're going to have a 2x2 biolab, which I think I can actually craft. So bacterial vat, if I craft one of these, it's going to try to do... Let me break this so I can get the cover out of there. But if I craft this piece of paper, it tries to do everything that I consume to make an automated setup, which is not that expensive. But I do lose my poor flasks. I'm losing them. And craft that. So it'll just dump everything into this little manual crafting chest that I have right there. That guy's pretty useful. I tend to do that in most mod packs I play. I have like a chest, so if I have to do manual setups, I'll just do that. And make a pattern to do that. Yeah. Okay, I think we're out. It's just going to consume whatever's left in here, and then I'll use this for the next step. And the next step is going to be ethanol, detergent, distilled water, this thing, and fat sounds. There's a lot of stuff, actually. Yeah, I need the next year biolab. It's going to help me out. It is being worked on. I forget, how long does it take for us to craft that thing? It's right here. 50 seconds. You'll finish eventually. Okay, you're done. So I can just put everything back in storage. You're going to need this DNA extraction module. This guy. And then all I do with the fluid is pick it up, throw it back in storage, and then get the next fluid, which is distilled water. Right there. Eat my terror wort. Then we get one of everything that we need. Or as much as possible. So petri dish. Give me all of that. Always leave 4 in storage. And then I try to do it in order. So DNA sample flask is next. I don't know how much I'm going to need. I'm just going to get all of them. And then detergent. And then ethanol. That's probably too much, honestly. Yeah, I'm putting too much stuff in there. Okay, and then it should put you and start crafting. Yeah. And this should give us a chance of getting these sample flasks. And we got one. I think it fails if it doesn't actually give us anything. It'll not give us anything back. Yeah, so we got one. And this is a 7.5% chance. It's a lot of gambling, I think. And really the main gambling is just trying to get this data orb. I tried a bunch. I think I did like at least 20 of these sample flasks, and I wasn't able to get the data orb. But the good thing is that the data orb does not get consumed. If I try to make this, it doesn't get consumed. How much of this enzyme solution do I have? Not too much, but I think, okay, I do have a recipe for it. That's good. Okay. Biolab is finished. Going to need transformers to deal with this. I'm going to need, is it 16 amps? 16 amps. And then U. Yeah, 16 amps to 4 amps of UV, and then 4 amps to 1 amp of UHV. And we're going to be using the Tesla coil because I don't have power out here. Bacterial vat paper is completed, so all that stuff is waiting for me now. Okay, that's active with signal. Take everything out. And this is just distilled water, so I don't actually care about it, but I do care about the pump. Don't break that until I take the coil out. Alright, and then we have transformer here, and then here. You're going to need a soft mallet, both of you, to step up, and a wrench to point down, down. So input CPM step up to UV 4 amps, and then UV to 1 amp of UHV. And that's what you get. UHV right there. And then you're going to get a pump for the delicious fluids like distilled water. And you store 1 more liter of water. That's okay, sure. There we go. Now you have power. Then I can tell you to extract, and you're going to run a little faster. How expensive are these? I can afford this. It's very picky about where the stuff is. Oh, that's because you're missing the extraction module. There it is. Okay. Okay, so now you're twice as fast, which is going to save a lot of time if we're really trying to get the stuff. Yeah, see, we only have 2. It's so slow, but we can do other stuff while we're waiting. For example, it is time for us to set up the tree farm, because we need this to produce the Barnardaceae wood. And then, yeah, Barnardaceae wood, and then we use that for the Radox. I think this is like the only way to get it too, right? Yeah, look at that. We're also going to need like a dedicated coke oven for this. Dedicated distillation tower for this. Oh, UHV power is kind of funny. And so on and so forth. It's going to give me a bunch of stuff. Fermented biomass. Diluted Xenoxene. Oh, you can turn this into more Xenoxene. Okay. So how am I going to set this up? Beats me. There you go. How slow are you to process? It's not letting me look at uses for Barnardaceae sampling. Oh, now it does. Okay. So does it really matter what kind of power you need? Doesn't seem to matter, so I'm going to give you CPM power. That's just kind of the thing that I stick to, is if I don't know what power to give it, you get CPM power. What kind of things do you need? Stocking. Okay, stocking is not allowed. That's okay, sure. You do need a muffler and a maintenance hatch. Of course you do. So I'll just give you a regular maintenance hatch and a muffler hatch. You can have a maintenance hatch up here. I forgot to craft the auto tapings. I keep trying to remind myself to do that. Always remind myself to craft a bunch of these taping maintenance hatches before at the end of the episode, so I always have those available for me for next time. Because we're not cavemen. I say that a lot, but it's true. We're not. I have the capability to not need maintenance anymore. I really should take advantage of it. Okay. Let's get some qubit. Go right there. Energy hatch. So I don't know how to deal with the chainsaw because I want to give it a chainsaw. And obviously give it something like, I think cosmic neutronium is our best bet. This thing has a ridiculous amount of durability, right? 65 million. What about regular neutronium? Even more. Do I just give it neutronium? Technically, it's not really that bad, but it's only 2 ingots. We're going to give it cosmic neutronium because this is something we're getting automatically. So I'm more okay with the cosmic neutronium one. So we want this one. Is this the only stuff I can make? I guess I want this battery. $6 million. This one actually is better. Lithium battery. And will it work with... Oh no, I think I can give it more. If I look up cosmic neutronium, that's all I can do. Is that the best battery you can give to these chainsaws? Is there something better? I guess not. Okay, so we got to be able to craft this. If I set up a pattern terminal for this, I don't know. I really don't know how I'm going to do this. It's an interesting automation. The other thing to do is just to give it regular saws. Which I think I'd rather do because if you look at the recipes for the saplings, I think you can check here. Advanced tools multiply the output of my... Yeah, I would use a chainsaw. Let's figure this out. This is something new to learn, and it's something I like to do. Okay, let's try to set up a recipe for this. So it looks like we can basically do all of this. I'll set up a... I know I said no level maintaining, but for random things like this, I don't mind. Is there like a charging bus? Chargeable item bus for multi-blocks. Can I just use this? I'm curious. We'll try this one actually. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to make a recipe for this chainsaw. We want the cosmic neutronium one with a large lithium battery. It didn't work. And then we'll give it I guess a screwdriver. I don't know if it works with substitute. No idea. It's gonna probably hate it trying to craft with this screwdriver and this battery, but you know what? We'll try it. I want this chainsaw, please. All right, we need that to make a large lithium battery. How much you want to bet that I can already craft this? No, I can't. This is it's a regular canner, right? I'm pretty sure I have a canning machine. No? Really? No, don't lie to me. I have a canner somewhere. Unless I used it. This stuff isn't even set up. guess I don't. That's pretty funny, actually. All right, fine. I guess I'll break these two down because I'm not really using them anymore. I'll make an IV canner in that case, just so I can put it on that group of machines. That's probably where it went, back in storage. So I'm looking for an IV canning machine. This one. No, not canner. I'm looking for a canner. Let's see if I can find it. This guy. No. What are you doing? Use tungsten steel reinforced block. Thank you. Let's get an interface for this to prepare. And a cable. Where's my quartz cutting knife? Right there. Canner. Okay. Let's go. While that's crafting, let's go check on our setup over here. You're still making things, right? Yes, you are. How much you got? You got another stack of petri dishes to go. So you're making progress. We have a good amount of those plasma flasks, sample flasks. I'll just leave that there. I'm willing to bet that the canner finished because it is only an IV machine. Yep. Right there. So let's point this there and give it a screwdriver. Okay. Then auto output, give you a recipe. Okay. So if I try to make a chainsaw now, it recognizes that it wants a battery. But we need to make this thing over here, which can only be made in a shaped crafting recipe. Let's do that. Let's give it a hammer. You can have that one, and then or the substitutions. I still don't really know if it's gonna work with that. I guess we'll see, or if it gets stuck in a craft. One way to find out, right? I mean, it says it can craft it. No, oh, it worked. Okay. All right, let's not hold that on me. Let's make a one of those charging bus. I think HV is the one I want. Is there none for EV? Really? I'm gonna try crafting this and see what it does. If it doesn't work, then we learned something, right? Put that away. I can just make it. Why do you look like obsidian? Okay, let's see if midnight. Yeah. I don't think it's working. I don't think it works how we intend it. Is there any specific multi-block that uses this? Or maybe it's just not supported? Or maybe it's not supported because I'm giving it a different tier of power. Maybe. It's interesting that there's no HV option, just EV and MV. Probably because of its capacity. It makes it weird if you have like a odd number. I guess that's fine. So let's figure out a charging to this. How do I charge items actually? Does the chainsaw not charge if if it's in an inventory? No, it doesn't look like it. Input bus. Let's give this an UOV. Input bus. I need you to not be in my inventory for now. Okay, so I think the idea here is we want this guy right there. But we need this to be able to charge. So there's like not a bugger, a buffer. Something to charge my items. This is when you know I'm not really like familiar with how to charge items because I've never done it before. How do I charge items? Oh, come on. Let's see here. I mean, I can also use this guy. No, this is for Ender IO items. How the F do I charge this? Uh-huh. Don't really care about that. Because usually when we were to charge items, we just put them in a machine of the associated tier. So HV power would be an HV machine. But it looks like I think I'm looking for a battery buffer. Now, does it work with EV? This is what we have to figure out. If I can use a different, like a higher tier of power for this. Or if it has to be HV. So these are my EV machines. Put you right there. I think I have to make you face the other way. I don't think it works like that. Anyways, let's get the chainsaw. It might blow up as well, and I don't care if it does, because all this stuff is cheap out here. Don't work. What if I give you a... Keep misspelling it. It's supposed to look for buffer. Battery buffer. Is there really nothing just to like do charging? Oh, I think it's this one. Charger. Unless there's something else here. Battery charger. Yeah, I don't think I'm looking for a buffer. I'm looking for a charger. I mean, I can also have this guy, but it's not working. Not worth it. So, extreme voltage turbocharge. I don't think I need that much, but no, let's try. Well, how much more expensive are you? You look like you're annoying to craft. I don't want to make you. Let's do this guy. High voltage battery charger. I can probably use a different tier of machine, but I want to try to make this first. It's a shame that that charging bus doesn't work. I feel like that would have been helpful. We always do that with the HV circuits. It should be any. I'm not going to worry about you. Goodbye. Okay. You need to be craftable. You are in an assembler. Blank. And then you, 16x gold wire, can be in a wire mill. No, 16. Wait, do I not have 16? Where do I make my 16x wires? Oh, I make them here. I do have it. I just missed it, I guess. Okay. Could have sworn I had it. Thank you. So this is not going to work. I'm going to disconnect this wire in case someone touches it and gets hurt. While that's crafting, let's go check on our bacteria stuff. So you finished crafting. Let's go ahead and take everything out. How much did we end up using? No idea. We got 36 out of it. Hopefully this is enough, but we'll give it a try. Okay. So then I would break you. Pick that guy up. Throw it back in storage. And then the next thing to try to craft is the data orb. It's kind of the wrong order. I can't really move it either. Next thing to craft is... I can't remove that, right? I don't know how to remove it. I broke it. Dang it. No. Okay, it's back. So data orb I have to craft. I'm going to need all of this stuff. So we need the liquid DNA next. Pick you up. Right there. And then you also need the PCR thermocycle module. And then one at a time, you have to get the sample flask. You need fluorescent DNA cell. I'm just going to craft, I guess, 100 at a time. Oh, you need the liquid DNA. Hang on. 264 then. There we go. Okay. So we have you, and then we need polymerase. Polymerase. Yeah, a couple of you. This might take a little bit to craft because that's a lot of fluids you have to work through. But we use that to make the data orb. It's also a 7.5% chance, but I'm pretty sure once I make this, I don't actually consume it. And then the data orb, I just have to like recycle it back and forth. So I can actually use the, let's use a filter here. And I can extract on green, but filter this to this one. And it has to match metadata, because I'm pretty sure if I were to give it, like, let's do extract here. Like if I were to do this, you should take it out. But if I were to give it a data orb with that has data, I don't know how to do that actually. I guess it should work. That's part of the metadata, I think. You're a little slow. Are you actually working? That is made over here. Alright, now to self-craft this ahead of time. Alright, let's get this guy next while that's working. So let's go check if this actually works. If I use a high voltage battery charger. I'm going to put you over here. You have power, and then give it the chainsaw. Did it just instantly charge? It instantly charged, but I'm pretty sure it works like that. I'm pretty sure that charged. Okay. So how am I going to keep this fully charged? I don't know. Let's go check on it. There might be something I can do, but not too sure. So if I put that guy there, let's get this powered up. We need a couple transformers for this. So your CPM. That's the wrong one. It's a step down. Step down. That's absolutely gonna cause an explosion. Output CPM, output UV, just like that. Yeah. See, I'm glad I caught myself. An explosion waiting to happen. I don't need you like that, actually. Okay. And then missing sapling. Well, you're not really going to be able to output. So if I give you, I guess it just depends on what material you give it, right? So if you want logs, you use the chainsaw. If you want saplings, you use that stuff. Leaves is something else. And fruit is a knife. Multiple tools can be used at the same time, but I don't really care. I just want the logs. So you're going to get an output, ME output bus. That's a little bit too much. That's too much. I don't want it to run forever. What I do want is 4096K drive, and we're going to be using this to store the Barnardo wood. Heck, I might even be able to use it for our tree farm instead of what we have, spruce wood. Yeah, I can probably just do that. So that means I finally fixed it. So no more spruce wood because you can convert this to planks. And I'm pretty sure I can do everything that I do with wood already using this instead. Uh-huh. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay. And you know what? I think I'd just rather give this a super chest. Yeah. Yeah, if I don't see us producing it anywhere, super chest is just fine. Which means I can just give this a regular output bus. We have a super bus, might as well use it. And then, oh, you know what? I didn't even paint you. So storage bus. There's actually something I forgot to do on the Twitch stream manager. Give me a second. Just reminded myself to turn back on the marimba rewards. Yeah, because I got the mics working again. At least I hope I did. All right, storage bus. And you can be that. Why are you... What? Why did it say craft? Get out of there. Wait, no. I didn't see things, right? It said craft. If I shift click, middle click, what the heck? I gotta see if that's actually a feature. Okay, anyways, but you have filled your filter to Barnardo wood now. And if I give you the sapling, oh, I really only have one sapling? Okay. There we go. And then, yeah, I got to do something about all of that. You can have a conveyor that just pushes a bunch of items. You know what? Use a UV one. Why not? Barnardacy wood. It's 1780. Is that even enough? Do I need more output space? Probably more output space, but that's our wood production. Much better. Yeah. Look at that. Okay. So we have that guy producing now. Let's go check on our membrane stuff. You're still crafting? Why are you so slow? Oh, it is slow. Okay, I gotta make this ahead of time. Good to know. You also have a lot of fluids on here. What are you doing here? The heck? Your storage bus. No, you're a dual interface. I have no idea why you're here. Did I put it there by accident? Oh, you know what? Yesterday I had put a fluid storage bus on this instead of a dual interface. I think that's what had happened. Before when I was setting this up, I used this fluid storage bus by accident. Must be what it was. That's pretty funny. Okay, we'll watch this for a little bit to make us our good stuff. I might need to upgrade you. You're already running UV power though. Do I really want to upgrade you again? How much do you need? Yeah, this man is slow. I'm probably gonna want to upgrade it. Yeah, let's upgrade it. We'll make it a 2x2. So we need 3 more of you. Need more stainless steel fluid pipes, which is a bunch of double plates. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm back. All right, we have. I'm gonna make a bunch of you. Yeah, I'm still making these fluid pipes manually. I don't have to do it too often. That's why I'm okay with it. I also crafted a bunch of. You're all gonna be UV also. Not too bad. Okay. So this has been running for a little bit. How much? Barely doing anything, actually. I feel like this is going to last us quite a while. Even with the charge, doesn't really use a lot of charge. I think this is something I'll figure out, like, off camera. See what I can do to worry about that. Because the amount of wood it's going to produce us is, like, probably a ton by the time the battery runs out. 55,000 already. Yeah, we're pretty good. I'll leave it there for now. Should be able to look at Barnard Sea wood, right? Yeah. Which means I can probably start tearing down. No, I can't. I can't because I use spruce wood for, what do you call it? Wood tar? Yeah, wood tar. And I can't make wood tar with Barnard Sea wood. At least I don't think I can. Oh, no, you can't. You totally could. Oh, I guess I can get rid of it. I'm not going to right now, though. Until I fully get this going. I need a third energy hatch, by the way. Centrifuges are completed. Thank you. Probably gonna need more of you guys, so make 100. And go ahead and pause you. Okay. I'm gonna cancel this recipe as well. Then break you. Do you really work like that? I had no idea. Actually, I should be able to just put it back in storage, right? Oh no, how much did you try putting in here? It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. And then I can also get this guy out of there. Okay. So if I should be good to break this now because you're not running anything. Yeah, okay. Bye. You're gonna be moved slightly to the right and set up in a 2x2 fashion. Is it right here? Yeah, right. Do I have an auto taping maintenance hatch? Because there's 4 of these guys and... No, how expensive are you? I could probably wait for you to craft up, yeah. We'll give them an auto taping. You all get your separate muffler hatches, though. One right there. One right there. Right there. And one right there. I've always felt like a little off about wall sharing centrifuges because of the, like, I think if you take off this texture pack that comes with the pack now, the rotors will, like, combine with each other, and it makes it look all weird. But they actually fixed the resource pack so that this only covers up halfway. So it actually does work fine with wall shared ones. So now I'm a little more okay with doing that. It's purely a cosmetic issue that I had with these things. It looks like that's addressed now. Fine by me. Put that guy there. There. Now you're all going to share the input. Right there. And And you can have a centrifuge 17 right here. I can probably add more stuff to this that doesn't use a circuit if I want to speed up our centrifuge stuff. Right now, I'm not too worried about it. So you need an... I don't think it'll be good if I put an energy hatch here, right? No, it looks fine. I just don't like it not looking fine. It does work. Put it right there. Yes, you're all running UV power. Don't care. Need a couple of those transformers, though. Let's make 10 more just to have them going. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to need a second output bus. Output hatch, sorry. Because I can't share 4 of them at once. But I can share 2 of them. How's the maintenance hatch going? Complete. Thank you. You can go right there. So now you're all being maintained. I think I'm out of HSS S wires. Yep, make 100 of you. We'll wait for those, and then I should be able to set up AE2. Right there. Hurry up. I'm so mean to my machine sometimes. Yeah, that should be a good amount. Input, output, input. As long as the input is UHV, I think we're okay. Yeah, we should be fine. Let's do this. It's a major reason why I use HSS cables. Are so much cheaper compared to the superconductors that I was using. And yeah, there's a little bit of loss, but it's like very... what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't really impact us too much, so it's okay. Okay, now if I try to craft polymer, I also need the output bus. Hey, hang on. You're going to need 2 output buses to share. I guess I'll give 2 of you. One right there, and one right... Oh, come on. One right there. Right there. Okay. Keep this stuff on me. Well, you also need a way to tell the circuits. I think I'll just give them all circuit 17s, honestly. I'm looking for this stuff. I need circuit 17s. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just give them to the controllers. That way I don't have to worry about more input buses all over the place. Okay. So, turn on batch mode. Now you're going to be 4 times as fast. So if I try to craft I need a stack of these cells. Well, no, not really. I only need a couple to actually process what I have currently. Come on, get me out of here. $36 of them. Excuse me. Let's go check it out. I don't think I actually turned these things on. No, I did. Oh, I think they're done. Yeah, it's done. Okay, we have all of the stuff now, finally. I guess while we're waiting around, we're going to need a lot of this enzyme stuff anyway, so might as well craft like... Can I craft 1,000,000? Nope. 500k? Oh, wow. It really eats up a lot of that E. coli stuff. All right. I'll leave it crafting. Okay, so we can finally feed it for the data orb, right? We gave it that. I need to give it the fluorescent, that stuff, and then polymerase and the data orb. So one thing I'm not too sure about is if it's actually able to... Oh. Never mind. I thought it worked. One thing I'm not sure about is if the filter actually ignores the item. Hopefully it does, because it would be really unfortunate if it went back in and then it got consumed. So I guess we'll watch it a little bit, like a little test here. Yeah, most of it's not really giving us anything back. It gives us an empty orb if the recipe fails. It's also a 75% chance. And just to make sure that this is always maintained, I gave it that. I don't know how long this is going to take. Chances are I might need to make another batch of these petri dishes again. I just need one data orb, because the actual plasmid recipe does not consume them. Come on. I've already ran through almost a stack of this stuff. No? I'm mostly curious. Like, I'll walk away and leave it running, right? But I'm just scared that if I do get the correct data, the Ender IO filter just overwrites it. I can probably... And I don't really know how to confirm that, actually. Oh. Oh, there it is. Confirmed. It does work. Okay. So it does keep in mind the data. All right. We got it. That's good. Now I don't have to make that much polymerase. Good. So I don't actually need any more of this stuff. I'll take all that out. And then we work on the next step. We're getting close. We're getting close. But that's probably the easiest part. It's actually getting this data orb. Because we need another data orb. For the plasmid sample flasks, we need beta lactamase. And I get this through something. This recipe, I need DNA. It is a 100% chance, though. That's good. A DNA flask containing beta lactamase. And this is also a 100% chance. Okay, so I need to do this now. This is not too bad. We do need this petri dish, though, which is also not bad at all. It's just water. I can probably just get a bunch of you by hand. Need a little bit of rotten flesh. That's all I have? Oh, well. And a bunch of water cells. I can do this by hand. There it is. I already got one. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll leave the rest to rot. You see what I did there? Anyways, so I need one of you. I need a Sample flask, not you. Detergent, just need one of you because it's a 100% chance, so I'm not gonna need more than this. And distilled water. Just, oops, do this. Thank you. But you need the PCR module. Go right there. Data orb. No? You might have to get in the right order. I think it's you. Wait, I'm confused now. Which one am I looking at? No, this was for the, oh no, I am looking for that flask. You gotta go like this. Not you. You have to be the DNA extraction module. I was thinking too far ahead. And distilled water. Right there. This one has to be in the right order. Okay, got that going. Bye. DNA flask containing beta lactamase, and then I can do this recipe over here. Also 100% chance, so I need one of you. Thank you. And I need a little bit of this liquid DNA. Thank you. I need polymerase cell, just one. And then a data orb. Another one, preferably. Don't want to lose it. So you get that. You also need the PCR. This one needs the PCR. Put this guy in the corner here so I don't lose it. So you get sample flask, fluorescent DNA, polymerase, and data orb. There we go. Okay. And that's probably the easy part, is actually getting this guy here. I think it's even part of the quest, which I think I am not doing anymore because I don't need to. This one over here. It goes down a list of like a lot of retrieval stuff, but I don't think I need to do this. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just trying to get Xenoxene. I'll come back to that later. All right, that's completed. And this is completed. So now it's the plasma flasks part. So I think this one I can just make a ton of you. We need a lot of liquid DNA. I'm going to try to do the stack's not enough. Because we only need 4 of you. If you think about it. We can do the math here. 7.5% chance. So if I throw a stack, I'm expected to get 0.075, 4.8 out of it. So I'm expected to get that much here if I throw a stack of materials for this. So 4 point whatever. And then another 7.5% chance. So I need to do this twice. So basically 4 divided by 4.36. I need to do this 11 times. I think that's what the math is telling me. That's quite a lot, but is this really the only way to do this? Let's just throw a stack here and see what happens. So no, I'm gonna throw like 1,000 at a time. Plasma sample flask. Let's do 2 stacks at a time. How about that? I need 128 of you. 4 stacks. Okay, 4 stacks is a nice number. So 256 minus 64. And then I need enzyme solutions. You don't have a recipe. I will make you a recipe. That is a canner. So 256 of you. Yeah, it's going to be pretty expensive, actually. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, we have the sample flasks ready. Thank you. And the enzyme solution cells. We got some of them ready. So put them, you're empty, right? Yep. Put you there, and you get put there. And then you need the 2 flat data orbs. So Barnartifice is first, and then you. And then you also need plasmid synthesis module. And then you need to have liquid DNA. I don't know that that's going to be enough, but I guess we'll see. Okay. And then we'll let this run for a while. Okay, and I can return to what I was doing, which is... Honestly, I have no idea. But it sounds like I'm going to need more E. coli, which we are producing it. Okay. We do have 43 million still. Alright, I'll let that go. Don't make me upgrade you again. I already upgraded you. Another thing to worry about is penicillin. Which can be crap. This is really the only way to get penicillin, right? That's so small. Let's make a recipe for it. Right there. And then add 1 times 1,000. And this one is going to be add 1,000, so add K. Right there. How much yeast do I have? I think I put all of what I produced, 11 million of it. I do have yeast, it's just not a lot. And that can go into the centrifuge. Okay, I'm gonna need this to be made into cells as well, so I'll just use the fluid canner for that. Right there. Okay. You're gonna take a while. Let's go over here. Inside your ugly. Penicillin is... I mean, it's just the fact that it's producing so little that makes it seem bad. It was gonna take a while. We do have 4. Imagine how lucky I would be if all 4 of them gave me. It's the Xenoxene. I just need 4 of these. That's all I need. It cannot be bred in the bacterial vat. We can keep going. T said he has Fucus serratus. What do you use for? Don't tell me there's even more to do. There might be something more to do, actually. Again, it's the same recipe for the next step, but with the T sedius Fucus serratus culture and the Barnartifice plasmid. Oh. Okay, there's multiple ways I can do this. I can make the fluid, which is doing it like this in the bacterial vat. Oh, I already have you. That's how I make my seaweed broth. Never mind, we can do this. Okay, this is fine. I don't have any of them, but I can do this. Is that really all I had? Unknown liquid, and I might need to set this up. Yeah, seaweed. We have a bunch of seaweed, right? Yeah, we got a bunch of you. Okay, I'll come back to that. I'm gonna let this process for a little bit longer, and this is taking a while. It looks like my math is checking out. A stack so far has been processed, I think, and we have about 4. But then actually getting enough for this much of Xenoxene is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. So for sure I need this. And based on how little of a chance this is, I think I do want to set this guy up. So I'm going to have to make a couple of these petri dishes over here. So I can use one to get more of this fluid, and then use that fluid to get more petri dishes to get more fluid. Yeah, I'll do that, because 2.5% chance is kind of not good. It's very not good, actually. I can give it more of these enzyme flasks. It's a lot of processing here, jeez. Okay, come back to this, though. Multi-block centrifuge when? Or like the mega centrifuge when? I hear that's a thing that's going to come out in 2.8. And I'm probably going to love that. Let's pause this guy and steal this to make more of the other fluid. The T said E S fucus serratus. You should probably use the normal alternative recipe to make more culture, since it's easy to fail copying it too. Can I copy it? Doesn't look like it. I wish I could though, but I guess not. Alright, I'm going to take one of you and then produce a little bit of this fluid over here. Alright, let's pause all of you. And go ahead and work on getting this fluid over here. Alright, I'm going to take you out and start working on that so I can get a good amount of the other fluid going. Alright, you're empty. Yes, you are. Okay. Then you can be put into this fluid right there. It's kind of what I do for this. I just switch it out. There we go. And then I'm going to let this run for a little bit until I develop more of this, and then use that to make more fluid. And then this, I'll just dump it in storage so that I have access to it. Easy. Okay, this is probably a good time to take a quick break. It has been about an hour and a half. So I'll take a break, and then we'll come back in a little bit. Let's see how far this produced. And we did get 2 more. Sweet. Yeah, all we need is to get a better supply of this stuff, which is in the bacterial fat. And then we need to get more of this, which is... This honestly isn't too bad. It's just time consuming because of the enzyme solution. We have to make a lot of E. coli for this. And this is just really slow. Actually, I can copy it, right? Wait. Yeah, I forget. Okay, this is probably what it means. I can copy it. I just need 1. This is a weak culture. It cannot be bred in the bacterial vat. Oh. But I think it gets consumed. I don't know. We'll check this out in a little bit. Let me just take a quick break and we're back. I'm so scared. Man, if it let me put down my water bucket, I would be steaming through this course right now. Okay, no, I'm okay though. I'm okay. Too close. What? It was nothing. I put myself through danger for no reason. Sorry, this is so funny. I don't know how well that's gonna come out in the audio, but oh man, that's funny. I would like to improve the. Oh no! I dirtied the water source. Rudely interrupted. I guess I have a bucket of sludge now. Wait.
Your left window is higher than your right. So it's like the
Wait, something's off. Wait. Hang on. Wait, I can fix this. 2, 3, 4, 5. The left one is correct. Am I gonna keep it?
That's all I can think of is that face.
He does look kind of constipated.
It's okay. Like, I'm standing up straight. Okay, first go to the left, and then you see a board. And I guess we only have one god level, so we're doing that one.
This is how I crouch. This is the button for crouching.
Difficulty. You want hardest or just
no,
medium?
we're gonna die.
Wait, Leo, look at that on.
Hold on. I'm trying to do things.
Huh? You gotta look at that on. He's doing something.
What is he doing?
Okay. I'm back. Put the music. And we continue. Alright, this thing stopped running. Oh, we're out of liquid DNA. That's not very fun. But it looks like I can just use any kind of stuff that we produce in the bacterial vat. Since we're not really using this anymore, Barnardophis, this stuff, I think I'll just do that. Now, let's see if the circuits here are going to conflict. Did things stop crafting? Yes, they did. Okay. So what I'm going to do is set this up to actually just produce all of this, I think. In circuit 10 into liquid DNA. Because how much do we have? 4.8 million. Yeah, I'll do that. So I'm going to do that. Let's get a wrench. An export bus. Some acceleration cards. Thank you. And then Barnardophis. Okay. And then we'll make a bunch of these circuit 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. I'll leave this running for a little bit just to, like, basically just produce all of the goodies into liquid DNA. Yeah. And then I'll return them back to this later. Okay. So it looks like you just ran out of liquid DNA over here, right? Yeah, you still have a ways to go. So I'll go ahead and get the more liquid DNA. Thank you. That should be enough. And we might as well... Hey, precarious. Not yet, but we're making progress. It's something I've noticed lately is that the hard wall to, you know, progress into the pack past UEV is bacterial vat automation. It's ridiculous. Not ridiculous. That's not the word I like to use. It's crazy how much bacterial vat automation you have to do. Like, I thought I was done with the raw biocatalyst medium. And if I 18 million, or we're steadily producing this. I'm not complaining about biocatalyst medium. But then we ran out of seaweed broth. Never mind, we have a lot. But I don't do binary. How to find the cave. I'm like, oh, tier 7 water going. No spoilers. No spoilers. Let me look at it actually. Good thing that I studied digital logic design in undergrad school, so I can do this. I got this. Yeah, base 4 numbers, I can figure it out. My agar is being made on an entirely different subnet. That's what I'm hoping for right now. The scuff is gonna last me until QFT. Anyway, so I know we had discussions about this, of how much I've been like just avoiding Xenoxene, but I've actually been working on it because I need it. You know, because this all started. This Xenoxene crafting chain all started because I was trying to get to tier 9 rocket. I got the schematic. This stuff was actually super expensive. And then I wanted to continue into here, and it's like, wait, why do you need Kevlar? I don't even know where Kevlar is. I think it's just this quest over here in UV. So I'm probably going to get boats, bees for that. So if I check my space race, and then I try to go down into here, and it's like, oh, this isn't too bad. Oh, wait. Molten redox polymer. Oh, no. Yeah, Xenoxene. So I've just been here trying to decipher this for a while. I mean, we did get heavy-duty tier 8 plates, so these are going to help us out a good amount. I have a weird little setup going. I even upgraded to UHV. So technically I have 2 UV biolabs. You will spoil me on one thing, though. What? Tier 7 consumes molten superconductor and neutronium. Does it really? Let's take a look. I haven't looked at it. Purification. Yeah, and I knew it could not be this simple. You see this, and it's like, it doesn't consume anything. Nuh-uh, read this. Oh, okay, I see it. You have to decode it by whatever, and then depending on the signal, you have to give it some stuff. Machine overload. In rare cases, the machine may overload and output no control signal at all. To prevent machine damage, insert 10,000 supercoolant. Seldonian settlement process. If this bit is on, disregard all other bits and do not insert anything. This is pretty cool. I mean, I'm not even at tier 6 water yet, so I got some time before I get there, right? But I feel like I'm gonna enjoy that. I really like figuring out puzzles like that. And no, I'm not gonna look up tutorials. I need to be able to figure this out. Omni-purpose infinity infused glass? What the heck is that? Electron permeable neutronium coated glass. Yeah, whatever that means. It's bit 4 foundation reference. I don't know what you mean by foundation reference. What's foundation? I might not understand. My tutorial was in Spanish. Did you watch what's his name? Panita Cool? Cool Pineapple? I watch his stuff sometimes. I just had to see a list of all the inputs and which numbers they go to. Gotcha. Shout out to Panita Cool. Old sci-fi book and a really good show that's currently airing. Okay. Oh, let's go check on our stuff over here. I think you fully processed, right? I guess you really did fully process this. Or no more of this stuff in storage anymore? Yeah, Benita, cool. Yeah, I used to watch his playthrough. Let's put this stuff here. Yeah, he definitely has the monopoly on Spanish GT&H content. I can't deny that. Okay, we have this guy back to circuit 17, and I might as well start prepping another. I don't really know. Actually, no. Before I do that, let's go check here. I need to get more of these petri dishes going. How many do I have? 15. Is this enough? Is this enough to get 7.5% chance? His mess up is so messy. I've seen his playthrough. It's so funny. But I have mad respect for his playthrough. How much penicillin can I make while I'm waiting around, by the way? So each one is 100,000, right? I have... I can probably just craft 100 and that's it. Yeah. Okay, see, I know some math. We're going to leave this crafting penicillin for like 50 years because each one is like... It crafts one at a time. I think it's really slow. But the last time I seen Panita Cool, yeah, his base was a little messy, but I'm all for messy bases. You guys should see my compact claustrophobia base. Speaking of that, shameless advertisement. The last episode will be recorded tomorrow. Finally finish a playthrough on my channel. Hell yeah. Little shameless advertisement never hurt anybody. I also made the creative IC printer just so I can make a fancy repeater. I remember this being a thing. Not necessarily this one, right? That's like the creative chip. Yeah, this one. It looks atrocious, but honestly, doesn't look that bad. I might have to do this also, I think, because we have this guy. I have two of these guys doing like weird things. Cooling. They can even show you the circuit. It's where is it? Over here? Yeah, it looks like this monstrosity. You have a repeater and a multi-block, and I'll probably have to craft that too for future things. I honestly don't even know if my tier 5 has been working. I have not like watched my machines in forever. I've just been relying on like hopes and prayers that it works. And so far it looks like it has been working. We're out of this, right? Yeah. Is that a fancy timer? Yeah. Yeah. Let me see if I can like explain how it is. This one is just a delay because the cooling has to wait for like, I think 30 seconds. I don't exactly know the math. It's been a while since I set it up, but it's like it waits for a while before the next sequence, right? Because it has to heat up and then cool down. So this is waiting for that long, for the cooling down cycle. I have no idea what I honestly can't tell you what this is doing. I can't tell you what this is doing. Yeah, it's for the temperature. This guy, tier 5 water, HIP. It's just a simple cover that tells the machine to turn off if it's like just a little bit too hot. That's all I have for it. It's for tier 5 water. I actually have 2 of those chips. It does the same thing. The heating up cycle is the same thing, except that it doesn't have like a repeater delay. That's all it does. But if I look inside here, I think I set it up with like a with the counter. It counts up to 3 because you only have 3 of them. That's what this pulse former is doing, and then it locks the circuit if it reaches 3, and then whenever it's not running, it resets the timer. It resets the counter. Pretty weird setup that I have, but it works. Cheated for it's fully timed. Yeah. I can't guarantee that it works, but so far it has been working. We have this on Autocraft. I don't even know how to find the water. It's over here. Grade 5, right? Yeah, we have 5. We have 1 million. I just store 1 million, and that's it. Did 2 fluid level detectors on each hatch. Oh. In that little adventure trying to get the tier 5 water working, I learned the existence of redstone ticks versus game ticks. It's actually really important to know the difference. Okay, you're not working anymore, which is fine by me. Put the data orbs down here. I'm going to try and get a bunch of these petri dishes over here. This is what I'm going to do. That's why I was getting so much mess up going on. I didn't know Project Red is game ticks. Okay. I just knew that redstone ticks is like twice. So sometimes when I was like running the pumps, they would operate twice, and I'm like, I would get so frustrated trying to like figure out why that's doing that. All right, we have 1 million of this fluid here. I'm gonna use this to make more petri dishes. Let me say here, the recipe is just simply that. So I just need to feed this with petri dishes. Where did you go? Oh. No, never mind. It was just waiting for me. Okay, and then water cell. There we go. And then you're going to make me a bunch of these petri dishes. Nice. And then I use that and hopefully get a couple of these cultures. So, Precarious, I got to ask you something. Did you just rely on the 7.5% chance to get this for however many you needed? Or did you actually use the recipe to duplicate these guys? Let me see if I don't know how to get there, but there's a recipe here somewhere that lets you duplicate cultures. No, it's a vague answer and to a vague question. That's my bad. I think it's this one over here. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one that lets you duplicate cultures. So this doesn't actually show up for anything else, but you can duplicate them. It's a 75% chance, but so if I were to get one, I have a 70% chance to get more. Then ran that one when I have 32 saved. So how many bacterial vats do you have? Man, I'm gonna... Okay. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna love this quantum force transformer, right? Probably when I have the opportunity to craft this, I'm gonna make hundreds of these. 32 biolabs is pretty fast. I'm out here with a single one. I mean, I'm also very limited with my clean room space. That's totally my fault, but so you're also doing a 2x2. All right, it's not. All right, let's clear this out just to have more space. Probably should be using more than one bio lab, but poor dude is getting a lot of work done. I did the math. I would have to do this. You don't need clean room? Now you're making me think. I might be able to do something here. Oh, you don't? What was the clean room for then? Well, it's going to be done in the clean room. I'm not moving this. I'm going to let this go for a while. This is probably more than enough. Yeah, this is more than enough. Let's do some gamble here. I think it used to need. Oh, okay. Got you. Let's do some gambo over here. You joined at a good time, Precarious. We're gonna gambo. I just need a couple. I only have 21%. 21 of them. So to dupe this, I need how the heck? This. Oh, I need the penicillin, so I need this guy, the penicillin, and the other matcha. I'm also starving. And distilled water. Quick, tell me which one's distilled water. I think it's that one. It's this one. I don't think a couple of them are enough, but that should be fine. I'm also hoping that I can use this recipe to dupe them because it's a 75% chance to get more than one, which is not too bad. But what I'm concerned here is the data orb. I don't want to do this. Hopefully the data orb doesn't get consumed. Because if it does, that's like really bad. Oh, you know what? No, I'm not going to do this because I get the data orb for... What do you call it? The... What am I looking for? Xenoxene? No, never mind. No, I don't think I can do this. Can I turn this? I'm getting a little flooded because there's just so many things here. For example, this stuff here. Can I use this to make... No, because this makes T-SETI E. T-SETI E is Fucus serratus. So no, I can't do that. Never mind. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to rely on the Cambo. Penicillin. Thank you. And then we need some distilled water. So I'm not going to do this recipe here. Probably don't need to do that right now. See how lucky I am. There we go. I'm going to look away because I'm scared. In the meantime, I don't know if it was you that tried to like ask me how to set up their chainsaw. I don't know how to deal with this. So I think I'm just going to leave it here and I'll deal with it off camera. Because I really don't know how to deal with it. But let's set up some other things to continue while we're waiting for that stuff to process. There's always something else to be doing. For example, actually making the Xenoxene. We have oil being made from bees. We have osmium being made in the plant line. We don't have antimony trioxide. It's a byproduct from something, but I'm not going to rely on the byproduct. I think what I'm going to do is have it being crafted here. So I need a... Oh, shush. I need a chemical reactor. Blowing up without my permission. Okay. That guy is there. Okay. So you need a maintenance hatch. Right there. And you need a stocking input hatch. Craft another one because I consumed one. And you also need a stocking input bus. And you're going to have a normal output bus. Probably... I don't like crafting these because it uses circuit 18s. That's a little weird. So I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just make an HV one. Let me see here. Actually copying cultures. To copy a culture you need. Fine, but the number will change, so I can't specify. You can change out the data orb for one with quote whatever culture you wish to copy. Keep in mind that it might be easier to make a second. Yeah, I don't think I can copy the Xenoxene because there's no data orb for it. Let me see if UHV does give me a hint. Maybe it's one of those like rare things that's missing a recipe. Since it's easy to fail copying too. Okay, you should probably use a normal alternative recipe to make more cultures since it's easy to fail. Okay, I'll just do it like this then. I'll just leave it. Okay. So you are going to need... It's missing on purpose. Is that so that people don't waste their time with it? Yeah, it's true. You know what they should do to fix this? Make QFT available right now. Oh, it would be so nice. Nice of them for them to do that, right? How much antimony do I have? I think I'm going to reduce the super chest storage that I'm using. We'll use the 4 million one because having 64 million is a little too much. I'm getting real close to mine. Oh, you're giving me encouragement. Is it a race? Nah, it's not a race. You're way farther than I am. Pretty sure. I don't know why I took a glance at that and I read that as margarita. I don't know what is going on, what I'm thinking. I'm not kidding. I thought you said margarita, but it's necrorite. That's not a real thing, right? Oh, it's misspelling. That's okay. It happens. I'm in the push up to DTPF. So are you crafting the QFT before DTPF? Is that even possible? Oh, I would imagine it is because you have to get the yeah, like it's happening. I think once I get to, I don't know, I think Infinity Chest is where I'm gonna change like most of my base. Because Infinity Chest is gonna make it so that I don't really care about storage items, storing items. It'll make it so much easier to store stuff. So I think I have to like reevaluate how I build my base because even how I have it right now, it's not really gonna support us for very long. But yeah, there's gonna have to be an overhaul soon. I'm full understanding that it's gonna happen. I'm aiming for the Infinity Chest. I want it. If it lags, I don't care. I want it. You need it for Infinity B? Does it need the Infinity Chest? I didn't know that. Oh wow. Mutation chance 0.1%. How dare you? I didn't know that. Get a super chest. We'll just store 4 million of this stuff right here. And then a storage bus. And we'll put antimony trioxide right there. 1, 2, and put UHV right there. Okay. Now to make actual antimony trioxide, you need to have oxygen. You need to have antimony and circuit 2. Repair. Not enough item output space. All right, just do a single craft like that. I'm not too worried about speed because I don't think we make Xenoxene that fast, right? Nope, not at all. So I don't care about speed. I'm gonna store 4 million of this stuff, and then that's pretty much it. So if I check for antimony trioxide, yeah, we got 13,000 already. Sweet. Okay, back to the Gamba machine. How? Right. Do a little bit of good luck squats. I didn't get a single one. How dare you? All right, let's set up this. Okay, so it looks like I'm going to need a ton of this stuff over here. So let's set this up here. What is this raw exposed optical chip recipe? I don't know. Let's check it out. Raw exposed. The heck? And why is there 2 different ways to make this? Why wouldn't you use this recipe versus the other one? Probably because one requires UMV. Oh, it's only 16 blocks of flux electrum? That's not bad at all. But it's UMV power. I'll get there eventually. All right, I think I'm gonna work on making a ton of plasmids next. So I need that. So I need the synthesis module. Yeah, because we already have a lot of these petri dishes, so I'm not too concerned about this stuff. Pretty sure we'll be able to get it in time. And then I can always just make more. It looks too easy, right? I get you. I get what you're saying. So it's actually producing the plasmids isn't that bad. So we have pretty much everything. It's just a little rare. I'm gonna pick this guy up. That's the fluid that we're gonna need. And then we need a bunch of these plasmids. And then also the enzyme solution cells. So you guys can go there. These guys can go over here next. And then the 2 data orbs. I don't think it matters, but I'm going to put Born Artifice first. And then this guy next. And we'll just leave that going. I don't know how it's a trap. Like how it would be a trap. Because it looks like it's just way more efficient. So yeah, we're going to need more E. coli, by the way. I never thought I'd say that. So what I'm going to do is pause you and convert you to E. coli. Because I don't think I need that much more of this stuff here. I'll wait for this to stop pouring in. I think you're only making it from one thing. Yeah. Thank you. What am I doing? No, I'm trying to get rid of this. Actually, what I can do is just... So I make sure not to destroy my machine. Just pick it up like that. Back in storage. Because you can just click parallel on the water line and make more water. You know, that's a feature I haven't really done. I haven't needed that much water. I probably will very soon. That seems to be like the common thing about this point of the mod pack is if I say I'm probably going to need a lot of it soon, yeah, I will. All right, make me more E. coli. Thank you. Oh, forgot about something. Filter this to E. coli. Not E. coil. E. coli. Oh, I forgot to take off the filter here. There we go. 16,000 UU per pool. These recipes are cooked. Are you still talking about the raw exposed whatever? This stuff here? Solar light splitter. Like this seems just unnecessary, but okay. Photonically prepared wafer needs subatomically perfect water and optically enriched crystalline pool. Okay, 3 different lasers. That's what you were talking about. Hey, but I have one of the items at least. I have americium. So I would say I'm pretty close to finishing that up. Okay, how much E. coli do I have? I keep misspelling E. coli like that. 19 million. Every single one of these cells uses up 100,000. Meaning, I think I can make 1,990 of you right now. Yeah, see, I can do math. Very basic math, but I can do math. And I'll leave that going for a while, and then I'll come back to it later. Go, make me my antimony trial. Oh, you need a conveyor belt. This is overkill, but I'm going to give you a UV conveyor belt. There we go. Now it's 100%. Producing as fast as it can output. You're saying that I'm going to need to upgrade you again? Dude, you're so slow. How much power is this? What does this guy want to consume? I had just one centrifuge, and then I doubled it to get more. And it looks like I'm gonna have to double it again. That's so funny. Mega centrifuge when? A certain someone has been telling me that that's a really good thing to have. Now, all right. Let me just update to 2.8. No. I'd rather stick to the stables. It's not 2.8. I don't believe you. Wait, so you're saying it's... I'm a little confused. It's not here. I haven't heard about it. 2.8 won't have the mega centrifuge. How dare they? Wait, why are they testing 2.9 if 2.8 isn't even out? It's not out, right? I'm not living under a rock and I missed it. No. 2.8 isn't beta now, at least. The timeline is like sometime in September, right? They're going to fully release 2.8. It wasn't ready for stable. Damn. I guess I need 200 more centrifuges here for E. coli. Because this is really slow. I think I'm gonna do it. I need this. This is hard, like, gating me for the rest of the pack is Xenoxene. I need to do this. I'm gonna commit to the octuple centrifuge. Biblically accurate centrifuge. I have to do it. I am going to have to modify how it's built, though. I'm making a biblically accurate interface. There's something about those words. I love using, like, biblically accurate. It's so funny to me. Fluid crib. Is there, like, a input sharing for fluids? I know there is for hatches. Or for buses. Look up hatch and see if there's so much fluid. I think if I search fluid hatch, I might be able to see something. There's the proxy. What's the proxy? They're getting hard nerfed. Link with crafting input buffer. It's buffer slash bus. Using data stick. Left click with that. But I can't use fluids because I don't have a buffer. Oh, shush. My Mexican came out. It happens. It's something I've learned ever since streaming is that that's an emote. Oh, Cree, that one. No, I don't think I can use this, right? If I don't use crafting input buffers, because I can't make those yet. It works with crafting input buses. Okay, but my main issue is how do I share the fluids? I need fluids. So I want them to all get E. coli bacteria. I'm probably just going to passive this, honestly. I'll just passive this. Okay, I got you. Yeah, this is probably going to be really useful. Okay, I'm going to basically get all of these guys paused and then rearrange the centrifuges to do 4 at once. Let's make another auto-taping maintenance hatch in that case so I can share them. I think these guys are going to be passive, and once I get Xenoxene, I don't think I'm going to need this anymore, so I can use it for something else, I guess. So let's go ahead and tear up everything. Yeah, I'm going to tear up everything here. Okay. Oh, you're going to drop all your fluids, right? Of course you are. How much did you put in here? I hate when this happens. Oh no, oh, there's just so much in there, isn't there? Oh, wrong. Also way faster than interfaces. Okay, I got you. Alright, there you go. Okay, I'm not going to use an interface for this. I'm just going to use export bus. I think is what's going to happen. But let's set this up first. I'm gonna rip apart basically everything and redo this setup here. $208 UAV circuit. It's because of the sensors, right? All right. So let's go ahead and set up the other centrifuges over here. Right there. I also mentioned it earlier, but I was a little against wall sharing industrial centrifuges because they have like the weird, like, well, before at least, their the little animation would split between each one and it looked cursed, but they updated it so that it's not the case anymore and it actually looks okay. So now I'm okay with wall sharing maintenance hatches or centrifuges. That's the other thing. But no, it works now. It looks nice. So I don't really mind wall sharing them anymore. Yes, that was the main reason why I didn't want to wall share them, was because they looked funny. But they look better now. Alright, let's go ahead and spiraled is would have been a good solution as well. So let's get I'm gonna need more energy hatches. I think I have I don't. Okay. Let's make a couple. 3 more. You're crafting the maintenance hatch right now. Thank you. All right. So just to keep it symmetrical, I got to figure out where's the center of them. I think this is the center of that, and then this one is the other center. I think. Yes, right? Why does this look wrong? So one of them is right here. Yeah, the corner shares all of them, and then the one is right here. Okay, yeah, that's the center of 2 of them. So those 2 would get the input hatches. Let's make one of you. So you guys are sharing the inputs. Uh-huh. And I don't want energy hatches to do that anymore. I want them to be a little more organized. For example, you're going to be right here. You're going to power only one machine. And that's it. You're going to be right under the controller. I already know what I'm going to name this episode on my VOD playlist. Biblically accurate centrifuge. Nah, it's probably going to be Xenoxene or something like that. Putting my first one on a forge hammer of all things. You know, I still have an LU. Like, my forge hammer is still LUV. I haven't upgraded it, honestly. I don't know if I will. I'm not kidding about that. My forge hammer is... It's this one. Yeah, this guy. I still use it. You have no choice later. I'm aware, but I've been holding off on that. Like, I do use multi-block forge hammers, but you'll never guess what they're for. It's for sand and gravel. And I don't even have one for general crafting. This guy is ready. So you get the input bus like that. Maintenance hatch is completed. So 4 of them. You 4 will share the maintenance hatch like that. Yeah. And then you also need your own muffler hatches. This is the most wall sharing I've done on a single for one multi-block ever. Not even in this just this playthrough, ever. I'm loving it. Energy hatches are pretty much almost done. It's one. I'm looking for one energy hatch. Hurry up. Are you stopped because of the power? You might be. No, I think it just... No? Yeah, you might be stopped because of the power. Yep. Okay. Streamer switch, I need you to turn on for a little bit while you process. Okay, while that's crafting, I can actually set up the rest of this. I mean, it doesn't look too bad, right? Alright. So you're going to need export buses, 2 of you. Like that. So you're going to need an output hatch. 1, 2, and then output buses like this. I don't think that works. No, it does. It does. If I put it here, these 2 centrifuges share. And these 2 share, so all 4 are accounted for. And if I put you here, the output hatch, then these 2 share, and these 2 share. Okay, yeah, that works. It's a little bit of a curse setup. It works. Output hatch, I need 2 of you, and I need 2 output buses. I don't really care about keeping an infinite stock of enzyme stuff, so I'll just do the infinite ones, the grandfathered output buses that we've had for a while. I still have a lot of these somewhere in the base. And then power sticks to right there. I still need the other energy hatches. I think that's finished now. Yes, you are. Oops. Okay, so you can go right there. That's not a spot for one, right? That is not a spot for one. You are. You can go right there, like that. What do you stand to get? There we go. I'm also going to need a couple of these transformers. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's it. Next step is to actually just connect everything. I should have enough channels. I actually don't know if I have enough channels. Let's double check. I actually don't need this to check anymore. I just check this guy. We have only 8 channels being used. We're fine. Right there. Get a bunch of acceleration cards. And feed this with E. coli. Right there. Okay. And then connect them to power. I hope I have enough power for this. Let's do this here. Don't go connecting things you're not supposed to, because that's how explosions happen. Maybe I should have checked where the transformers are actually pointing before I started connecting everything. But hey, no explosions happened. It's okay. And repaint everything. Do that. I didn't repaint you. You should be repainted. So I know that those are UHV power. Okay. Now we have biblically accurate octuple centrifuge for E. coli. You never would have known that. Not quite done yet, though, because we need circuits for each one. And I think just to make it a little easier, we'll give each of them input buses. I'm not going to use this anymore. Bye. Lifetime. I guess I'll go ahead and replace everything. So I'm going to put it on the top of each machine. Well, I can probably share. So if I give this one shares between those two, I'll do this. Like that. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. That should work. You each are going to be set to circuit 17. Hopefully it works. All right. And then I think you're all connected now, right? We'll get a soft mallet here to make my life easier. Go, 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 go. Give me stuff. 8 centrifuges. Love it. How much power is this consuming? What's 3 times 8? 2.4 million. You take that's quite a lot, but I need it for the enzyme solution. Absolutely need it. We'll leave that there. Okay, let's go check on our bacterial vats or our biolab and see how that's doing. Hello. You stopped working because you're out of enzyme solution. Exactly what I'm trying to make. There we go. You should be able to work a little more. Now, liquid DNA is something a little interesting because, I mean, I can actually just change circuits to make liquid DNA. That shouldn't be too bad. But our E. coli production might be a little weird. Let's check this out. I keep forgetting that it's over here. I mean, we still have 33 million. I'll leave it there for a while. And if I need liquid DNA, I can set these circuits up here to circuit 10 instead. Heck, I can even do that right now. Set one group of them to that, but I don't need that right now. How many did I have? Still none. Wow. I can make 38 more. I'm going to wait for a lot of these, I think. Let's make a bunch of these plasmid sample flasks. I like how this crafts basically instantly. Your father, daddy, bathed in his flame. Thank you. And then enzyme solution. It's not too slow, actually. We're actually generating a good amount. There we go. Maybe I do need to upgrade this guy. But the thing is, I am not going to craft more than one of these data orbs. I refuse. Because then it's just more gambling, and I don't want to do that. And that's just a way to copy data orbs from one to another. Is that a thing? I don't know, actually. Putting it in a shapeless crafting, I'm just going to delete the orb, and I don't want to do that. No, we got 4 of them. Slowly but surely, we're getting them. I feel like we'll be able to get this by next episode, especially overnight. But that said, though, I think it might be a good idea to just call it a night here, because really what's next is just waiting around for the gambling to pay off. So I'll be taking care of this off camera. And really make sure that next episode will be building up Xenoxene. And then finally continuing into the rest of the pack. Once we get Xenoxene, we'll be able to make opticals. I don't think we can support it, like the resources for this stuff, because I think I want the Mega Blast Furnace next, or as a way to fix our mixers. So I won't do that yet. Well, I won't get into opticals yet, but with Xenoxene, we can get raw Radox, which is going to give us, after processing, Radox polymer. So I think I'll set this up next episode and then look into making Kevlar B. The Kevlar B might also just be something I do off camera. Let me bookmark it, because bee breeding is one of like the mechanics of all time, and I don't think people want to watch that. I understand. But maybe crafting this epic elemental composer. What are you? Kind of trash. Oh, wait. Oh, you're a replicator. Kind of trash, but you know what? It's fine. And then Infinity Catalyst. We have Oil Drone somewhere, but Infinity Catalyst needs what? Infinity Block. It's not an issue. I can craft that. Okay, so I think I'll do this off camera over the week, and we'll call it an episode here. Good timing for the song to finish as well. Okay. We'll call it a night here. See ya. And also just keep an eye out on my YouTube because the last episode of Compact Claustrophobia is coming out. I'll be working on it. I'll be recording that tomorrow. I'm going to try to cram everything I need to do in one episode. Oh, shush. You heard the base explode, I think. Oh, no, you didn't. I'm in the stream ending screen. You didn't hear the base explode. Anyways, for now, have a good night. Take care. I'll see you guys on Friday. I'll be streaming again then. Have a good night. See ya.